If you are a small business owner, whether you're a scrapper or recycler or any type of small business, you wrestle with where to do your business from. I'm in the middle of that right now, and I would like to buy a place if I can, but it's proving to be somewhat challenging. Here is the third property that I've taken a look at. So come on, let's dive in. All right, folks. Well, here we are with a very interesting possibility. Now, once again, I want to remind everybody nothing I'm going to say about this should be taken as, you know, good or bad about the property, about real estate agents. It's my assessment of a property relative to my business. And that's going to be different for you. So we're just going to look at this property and we're going to talk about the pros and cons of this property relative to Shark Scrapper. You can make assessments on your own if this would work for you. My previous two videos on property assessments, I looked at very specific properties that were either in a commercial zone or an industrial zone, and they didn't work out. I've had some real challenges finding properties that are within my budget that fit what I need. And so I've had to get a bit creative. And this is where a little bit of knowledge can take you a long way. In the area that I live, there are two zones that would also allow me to conduct my business. They're OU and EMP, so Opportunity Zone and Employment Zone. So what I did was I started looking, instead of going into LoopNet or Crexi, the business commercial real estate search engines, I went on realtor.com and I started looking at houses. And then I went into the GIS website for the city or the county, depending upon where they were located, and confirm what zone they're in. Now, frequently the zone is listed in the real estate listing, but sometimes it's not. And you always want to confirm it because mistakes get made. I found this property at 1720 Cane Creek Road. Here's the road along here. Here's the property. We're going to zoom in and take a much more detailed look at it here. Well, we're not going to do that. So we're getting a little bit closer. You'll see in another image where they draw out the property line. All of this is part of the property. It was an old farm, and from a little bit of due diligence, I was able to determine that the farm used to be much larger, and at some point it was split up into chunks and sold off. And this is one of the chunks that's being sold off. I'm sure right now, those of you that are familiar with my channel and what I do, you're already salivating over this big barn. You're looking at this just like I did, and you're saying, oh yeah, that is got some really good potential. Now we've got some land shots here. Here's the property. Again, you'll see the property line comes out here somewhere. There we go. So here's the property line in yellow. And you can see that this is a pretty nice chunk of land here, along with all of this. So there's a lot of potential for what to do with this property. Here's the barn that really got my attention. Here's the house. And it's funny because, in a real estate listing, they always show the house in great detail. I'm less concerned about the house than I am with the barn. So let's go down here. The first thing you notice is that this is contingent. So that means that somebody has put an offer in and they're in the due diligence phase. Chances are this is going to go through to close with no issues, but sometimes these things can fall through. There may be some problem with this that a potential owner doesn't want to deal with. And so the deal can fall through. So I contacted the real estate agent and requested permission to come see the property anyway, just so I could be prepared to put in an offer if this deal was to fall through. You know what? Let's click on this. I haven't clicked on this yet. Let's see. What is this? Fly around. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Oh, man. Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it? This is gone now. Whatever that was, that's gone now. This is an older image. You can tell because of the way it's been, the grass has regrown over much of this. So yeah, this has changed a lot since this fly through. All right, now we're going to go down here. We're going to look at the house is nothing special. 1,705 square feet. It was built in 1952. It's Brick Ranch offers a rare opportunity. They talk about it. Uh, Flat usable land. Let's see. We've got show more details here. I'm not that worried about all of this stuff because the most that I might do with the house is lease it out to someone as a rental property. So, that's fine. So I do have some interest, but I know I'd have to, do work on any of these houses before I was to lease it out. The lot size, 2.84 acres. That's very nice. There's a garage. Don't see any size for that. They're calling it a garage. I mean, it's the barn. So and here's the zoning is OU, so that's very nice. This opportunity zone here in this area is really a very flexible zone. It allows a lot of opportunity. Duh. I'm not going to share any of the imagery from inside the house because the current owners were still packing up to move out and their personal belongings were still there. So I'm not going to share any of that. Besides, the barn is what we're really interested in. So this is the front of the barn facing the street. A lot of clean out that needs to be done here. I stepped inside and took this little video clip. Now I'm standing somewhat in the center, panning right to left. Cinder block, that's fine. A lot of cleanup to do. I think that deck was hard packed dirt. We got some windows that'll need to get replaced, doors that need to get replaced. So there's some work to do. Then I walked around to the back, and we're looking out into the field here. So yeah, I'm going to need to get a tractor if I move here. Now this pile is going to be a problem for sure. Here's a zoomed in picture of that pile of tires. There were tires up in the front of the barn as well. So I either need to pay to have those hauled away or I don't know, I might be able to sell them. I haven't even looked at the scrap tire market since I moved up here. So one way or another, though, it's just going to be a challenge to get rid of them as I get the property ready to use. The back of the barn does not disappoint. It is nice and big. There's power running all the way around it. Well, we got some windows to fix. We're going to need to fix the door as well, but there's lots of space here that can be used. Unfortunately, the front and the back are not directly connected. And we have this well. They'd pull the tractors in here and work up underneath the tractors. So not a big deal, but right now that's just a mosquito factory. Now in this image, you can see these doors it's not a roll-up door. It's like these accordion closed doors. So that's a little interesting. We'd have to see how well they're functioning. And again, there's some more cleanup work that needs to happen here. There is a lot to like about this property. Certainly, almost 3 acres of land is really nice. There's also going to be a lot of work associated getting this property ready for me to begin doing what Shark Scrapper does. But having this nice big area, I mean, you think about it, tractor trailer pulls in here, comes down, loads up, can come back around and pull out again. There's a lot to like about the property, but it is going to be quite a bit of work on my part to get it ready and some expense preparing this for me to start going to work on here. Not to mention the fact that I picked up a couple of ticks when I was walking around. So, yeah, we might need to do some fumigating. Well, I'm curious to see what you all think about this property. Uh, the other challenge here is if I put an offer in on this, we're talking 30 to 90 days for all the due diligence and the process to work out and securing the bank loan and such. Whereas if I lease one of the backups that I have, I could get back to work within a week or two. And I really need to get back to work because this not processing boards and stuff is just really starting to get on my nerves. So, what do you all think? Should I just go ahead and lease a space so I can get back to work and put up board videos and scrapping videos for y'all? Or should I go through the pain and time to buy a property like this? All right, everybody, have fun, take care, be safe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.